Hi guys, Samantha from My Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you a fun way to create a almost painted look in polymer clay. So what you're going to need is a thin sheet of translucent. I'm just going to bring that over. Here's the translucent. As you can see, it's very thin. It's as thin as I could get it on my pasta machine. So you basically just want to go as thin as you possibly can. Okay. And I'm just going to move that. There we go. Take a piece of plain printing paper, just sandwich it between two pieces and give that a thorough burnish just to make sure it's nice and stuck down. Now lift that up like so. And then you're going to want a silk screen of your choice. This is the one that I am using today. Okay, and I'm just going to peel that up. And we're going to be using this one. And just choose a spot, and I might actually see if I can get two out of this. Can I? We'll be pushing it a bit. I'll just do the one. Smooth that down onto the surface. And I'm going to be using a paint colour that matches the clay that we're going to be using later. So I'm using burnt umber. Let me just rotate this. There we go. And just pop a streak of that paint across the surface and give that a good swipe across, making sure that you get plenty of paint cover. And lift up like so and clean your silk screen. Okay. Then once the paint has dried, just trim away this excess clay. Like so. And I'll just trim away a bit over here. Okay. Then I will take that, place that down onto the tile. Just want to make sure it's in the middle here. Like so. And then just very gently burnish that down. You want it on a tile so that it's not going to be moving around. Also, the translucent needs to be thin enough that you can see through it, like so. So the paint side is facing down right now. Then I want you to have chosen your clay colours, and these are the ones that I've chosen. You want them to be very soft. If you can't get them all that soft, then mix some of this in. This works really well, and yes, I know that these colours are primo, but this still works for it. So if you need it to be soft, then that's the best way to get it. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of it. I'm actually going to start off with this really dark red. And I only need a teeny tiny bit. And I've got a metal tool here that's going to help me. And I'm just going to pop the red down roughly in the middle. Give that a good squish. And I'm going to use this to just smear it across the surface, like so, in the direction of the petals. Like so. Then I'm going to take some of the pink, and I'm just going to take a bit of that on the tool itself. Then pop that into place and smear that around. Like so. And kind of blend the two colours together. Keep in mind, if you don't want to do this with the clay, you can always use alcohol ink or mica powders or pastels to colour. You do not have to use clay. But the clay does give a certain effect that I quite like. Okay. And I'll go through this exact same process for all of the flowers. Okay, there we go. And that's the flowers. Now I'm going to take the two greens that we have, just going to stick those down, like so. Grab our tool again, and just grab some. And for these ones, I'm not going to try to do too specific a pattern. I'm just going to grab the pieces and just kind of smooth them together at random along the edge, and then I'll fill up the inside. So I'll just kind of alternate the pattern probably. Now it's alright if you paint outside of the main square. You just want to be trying not to paint into the blossom spot. Okay. So just continue alternating, repeat on this side. Okay, and here is how it should look once it's finished. I picked it up off the tile, and you can have a look on the other side to see if you're happy with it. I am quite happy with that result. So now I'm going to bring over a piece of plain pearl white Polymer Clay rolled up on my thickest setting, and I'm going to place that little guy down. Then grab another piece of plain printing paper. Just bear with me for a second while I do that. Then lay that over the top and give it a thorough burnish. This is both to stick the clay down, get rid of air bubbles, and just to get a nice even surface. Okay. And then I'll just gently run my hand over the top to see if I'm happy with that. I want to burnish it a little more. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to put our cutter down. Then I'm going to cut halfway, and because this is sitting on a piece of plain printing paper, it will probably stick to the cutter if you don't cut a little bit and then lift up. So the best way to stop that is to cut a little way, lift up so you release the cutter, and then finish it. And the reason I'm cutting on a piece of printing paper is so that the back is nice and smooth. If you cut this on a tile, you'd have shiny spots. So that's the reasoning behind it. There we go. Remove your excess. And don't worry, the colours will come out a little bit after it has baked. Right now the translucent is still fairly opaque. Run your finger around the sides just to remove any dusting from the cutter. So it's nice and smooth. Like so. Now I'll lay that back on the piece of printing paper. Very gently give it a burnish just to remove any superficial marks that I might have introduced by doing that. And then I want you to bake that for a full hour at Primo's recommended temperature. Okay, and here it is out of the oven, and you can see that translucent has cleared up considerably. So now make sure that the sides are nice and smooth. If they aren't, give them a quick sand with some sandpaper. 400 grit will work. Then take the same colour of paint that you used to silkscreen on the pattern, and just pop a little bit of that down. Grab a little bit on your brush, and then just brush that over the edge. And I'm just going to see if that looks nice. I'm not particularly keen on that, so let me get over a different colour. I think this might look nicer. It's a metallic pen, and it creates a nice silver finish. You might need to go over and do a few coats, as the first one's not going to completely cover everything. Generally speaking, I do at least 2 coats. So just go over the surface, just the edge, and just give it a coat, like so. Or you could leave it natural as well. You don't have to necessarily colour it if you don't want to. Leave this and give it some time to dry after you've put the final coat on, and then we can pop some resin on the front to finish it off. Okay, and here it is finished. I also did the inside part. Then I'm going to just bring over a silicone resin mat. Just pop that down, and I'm going to be using a UV resin. And just pop that over the surface. Again, you do not have to give it a resin finish. You can use just a gloss varnish, or if you want, you don't even have to give it a sealer, because the paint will have basically baked on, and so you don't have to seal it. But I do like the finish that the resin gives it, and it does clear it up quite a bit. So I do like to give it at least a gloss finish. Then I'm just going to pop the resin on, spread it around evenly like so, put it under the UV light for at least 15 minutes. I use a 36 watt UV light. Yeah, and then I will pop it in for 15 minutes, and then when it's done I'll show you what it looks like. And here it is out of the UV light. And I'm going to leave the back matte because we baked it on a piece of paper. You can see it's a nice even colour. And so now we are simply just going to drill a hole. So I'm going to drill it right there at the top here. In the centre. And then just get the hole going. Takes a little bit. There we go. And then just drill through. Okay. And there we go. Once you get through the resin, it's a lot easier to drill. Clean that up. Make sure to just clean up the back. And then I've got this easy bail here. All we need to do is just squeeze that over the hole. Just trying to be careful while doing it. There we go. Just give that a quick wipe because I do get fingerprints on while I'm doing that. There we go. Then I have a ready-made plaited sari necklace. Any necklace will do. So let me see if I can fit this through the bail. Yep. And there we go, that matches quite nicely. It just brings out the brown in the pattern. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the tutorial. It's really easy, but I really quite like it. It's quite a effective little technique painting with the polymer clay. You can of course use it with any silkscreen design you have. You can even skip the silkscreen design and just keep the painted effect without the little lines. That's up to you as well. So yeah, have fun, play around with it, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.